Ha! Fooled ya. You probably thought that this was just gonna be a cliche witch channel. Nope. Don't worry, I got way bigger projects in mind than just casting spells and lighting candles. In the beginning, I did want to introduce myself, but that's not what this channel is going to be about. I just want to give insight about who I am and what I do and who you're going to be watching. So, here I am. But for this particular project, I'm just going to be doing something simple. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Not just any old Q&A. I don't have people to ask me questions anyways, so I recently started binging on this show called Charmed, and one of the sisters, if you've watched it, named Phoebe, apparently she's taking a psychology class or something. In the episode, she showcases a book where it asks you certain questions that make you think. And one of the questions that's going around the episode, don't worry, no spoilers, but one of the questions that was going around the episode was, what if there was a burning building? Do you save 5 strangers or 1 sibling? And that really got me thinking. And then that's how I got the idea for this video. So, instead of having people ask me questions, I'm going to be going online. Actually, that's a lie. I've already went online. And I've screenshotted pictures of list of questions from this website that I found. The website is called conversationstartersworld.com, and it's basically a website where it provides a bunch of questions based on like the theme. Like there are questions that help you there are questions that make you like question your morals, and then there are others that help you get to know someone, and then there are these questions that like lead you to love and yada yada yada. First, I would like to say that please forgive me for the very bad quality of the camera. I've said this many times, but I don't have that good of a camera. But I still like creating content. So, that was my dog. So sorry for the lack of quality of the camera, but I'm working on it. I'm very eager to start creating content, so I don't want to wait. So, hang in there with me, please. That's my dog. She's so cute. Let's get into the Q&A. Let's get into the Q&A. Aside from all the detail, let's get on with the video. If you like this video so far, leave me a like and let me know if you want me to do more of these videos. And if you would like to know about how I think about the world, then keep on watching. So, just like in my previous video, I'm going to be looking off to the side because I have screenshots on my computer. Don't think I'm a bad YouTuber, because I'm not. I'm just trying to be dedicated to my career, okay? Number 1, what harsh truths do you prefer to ignore? I have no idea. Like, I'm pretty sure there are some things that I tend to ignore and brush aside, but I have to think about it because I usually do that instinctively. I guess I can say that I ignored that not everyone is all rainbows and butterflies. Let me tell you something. Some people are really that freaking crappy. Like, that's just the truth, man. Some people are really that mean, and sometimes I can't believe it, but not everyone is nice. Not everyone is kind. Question number 2. Is free will real or just an illusion? Well, I like to think that I have free will. Like, this is why I'm not in religion. I'm not religious, because I don't like the idea of something taking credit for the things that I've done myself. But that's just me. That's just my point of view. I like to achieve things on my own. And, of course, like, if I do need help, I hate to admit it, but I will ask for it. I like to think that I have free will. Maybe we don't. Who knows? I don't know anything, honestly. But I like to think that I personally have free will. So, question 3. Is there a meaning to life? And if so, what is it? So, this question is loaded. Okay, it's very, very deep. And no one can seem to answer it, but I have an answer. See, my point of view is that for us humans, at this point and at this time, life means that we grow up and we learn and we become wiser as we grow older, so that one day we can turn back to ash, and so that our souls can carry out the stories that we have to tell into the universe, so that things can change and learn from our mistakes in history, if that makes sense. Is the meaning of life the same for animals and humans? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so, because animals don't act, they only act on instinct. They don't have awareness. They don't have self-awareness. They don't have a mind and body connection. Like, for instance, like a dog, their sole purpose is to be of pleasure to a person and to run and play and eat and, be a companion to a person. Now, like for us humans, like I said in the previous question, our meaning of life is to grow older and wiser and learn things as we grow, so that one day we can carry on our lessons and stories along. But that's not for a dog or a cat or a walrus or a hyena. Next question. Where is the line between art and not art? Now, as I was reading this question, I thought of the perfect answer for this question. I think that art is just a human concept. It's just a word to describe something new that's been created, basically. Like, you can basically call a table art if you wanted to. It's wood art. It's not expressional, but it's mechanical. It's art, You can call a lamp art, because think of how much effort goes into designing the stem or the staff and then designing the lampshade. Like, that's all art, Metal is engraved, and then there's the material that's woven to make the lampshade. Mirrors can be art, beds can be art, water fountains, anything. It's just a form of creation. It doesn't always have to be a Mozart type of song or a mosaic type of painting, It's just something that's been created. I forgot what question we're on, but I think it's 5 or 6. But the next question is, does fate exist? And if so, do we have free will? And I think people don't know what fate is or how it works. Basically, if you put energy and your intention out into the world, it will come back to you. So let's say you stub your toe on a bed frame. You know that hurts. Like, oh my god, that hurts a lot. But you accidentally stubbing your toe on that wooden frame, you put your force and your energy into that bed frame, which resulted in you having a lot of pain. So in other words, you made your own fate by accidentally stubbing your toe and causing yourself to have a lot of pain, because you put yourself and your energy out there, so you brought it back to you. And that's how fate works. If you go out there and you work really hard on doing a project for school, you basically build your own fate, and you set yourself up for your own result in life. So I don't think so. Fate isn't something that's controlled by a higher being or forces of nature. It's how you go about life, and what it's a cause and effect. It's a cause and effect type of situation. On question 7, I just checked. We're on question 7. Last question was 6. Yeah. The next question is, what does it mean to live a good life? I think to live a good life is to walk in a humble footstep and to always remain a positive outlook on life. That's how you have a good life. You can have the most shittiest situation in the world, but as long as you keep your head held high and you stay humble, you can get through about anything, I think. Question 8. Is it normal to live a normal life and never tell a lie? Now that's a tricky one, because I know that growing up I told some insane lies, but I didn't know any better. So I didn't know what to avoid. So I don't think it's possible. That's just my thought. It's not possible. Question 9. Does a person's name influence the person they become? I don't think the name has anything to do with how a person becomes. I think it has to do with the people that they live around and are raised around, and the influences of who they meet in school, and just basically their environment. I don't think it has anything to do with a name. Number 10. What should be the goal of humanity? That's simple. Kindness and consideration. Number 11. Where does your self-worth come from? Girl, my self-worth comes from within. But I had to achieve that from learning how to view myself and basically just going through the hardships and finding out what I could really do in times of stress. So, yeah. Number 12. How would humanity change if all humans' life expectancy was significantly increased by, let's say, around 500 years? Whoa! Holy crap. This question is loaded. If a human's life expectancy were to be extended to 500 years, just think of like the potential. Cause like think about it. The gays are out, the witches are out. It's a very different time. It's a very different era. Like 200 years ago, people were not the same. People were not as accepting of others as we are now. Today, like, we are very accepting of other people's lifestyles now, and it's very good. It's very great. This is how we should be. People should be more kind to one another and be more open and honest and raw and be comfortable with who they are and not be dicks to people. Like, think about the path that we're on. Just think about it. Like, we're doing really good. Our generation could be role models for future generations if we were extended to 500 years old. Like, that would be really good. Like, oh my god. Question 13, I think. Where do you find meaning in your life? I find meaning for my life in my heart. I listen to what my intuition says, and I follow it to the best as I can. I just want to live life caring for the earth and loving people and basically spreading positivity in the universe. That's all I want for life. That's all I want in my life. Question 14. What do you think would be humanity's reaction to the discovery of extraterrestrial life? I don't think we'd be that surprised. We've already had dozens of discoveries of UFOs and weird stuff happening. I don't think We'd be surprised. Question 15, and probably the last question, because I don't know how long this video has been, but it's been a while. So, question 15. If you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity? The world is our baby. We need to take care of it. We need to give it back its green. It's life. It's fire. It's growth. We need to give it back what we took from it. Alright, I think we've reached the end of this video. I don't want it to run so long because there are a lot of questions that I have down and I don't want to take forever and like bore you guys. So I think I'm going to divide this into like 2, maybe 3 parts because like I said, there are a lot of questions. So stay tuned for that. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Because this was so last minute. It was so out of nowhere. I thought of it and I was like, ooh, content. I want to make people happy. Yeah. So I really hope this was interesting and I hope you guys really enjoyed me giving honest and raw opinions about